Hello, Chris Evans with you, coming from the home office as we get set for Class 5A football in week number 7 of the football season. Coming up here in a few moments, we're going to talk about some of the week 6 scores from last week. We'll also preview next week's Class 5A schedule. We'll also have the top 10 rankings in Class 5A. And one team is out and one team is in for the first time this year. Who is it? We'll talk about them here in just a few moments. But first, let's take a look at some scores around Class 5A in week 6 of the football season as district play is starting to take a little bit of shape. There's still a lot of questions out there, but 5A is very, very interesting this year. 5A4, 5A3, 5A1, 5A2 could be interesting as well. So all 4 districts in 5A is outstanding this year. I really enjoying 5A football. Booker T. Washington gets back in the win column over Bishop Kelly, 42-14. Really 2 teams that you're just trying to figure out. They're hot and cold, but it was Booker T. Washington on the upper end this week. Altus takes down John Marshall 57-30 as the offense continues to take the Bulldogs to an undefeated season. Carl Everett, no issues with Noble, 56-7. Lawton MacArthur over Duncan, 51-20. The Highway 20 game, it was like the 101st meeting between Pryor and Claremore. Pryor, no issues over Claremore, 51-20. Southeast shuts out Classen, 54-0. Southeast still with only 1 loss this season. They'll be underdogs the rest of the way, so we'll see how Southeast plays it out. It was Rogers over Memorial, 49-33. Shawnee had that big victory over Booker T. Washington last week, and Coweta remains undefeated as they take it to Shawnee 38-14. Guthrie has won 5 in a row. This is the 6th straight season that Guthrie has won at least 5 games in a row sometime throughout the regular season, and they take down El Reno 42-0. The game was just 14-0 at the break. Durant over Edison Prep in a close one, 14-8. Del City continues to roll. They lost their opening game to Edmond Memorial, but have won them all since then. Easy over Nathan Hill this week, 53-0. It was Lawton taking out Western Heights 49-0. Collinsville, impressive 35-23 over Tahlequah. Bishop McGuinness, no problems with Midwest City, 56-8, as now Bishop McGuinness remains undefeated, but their schedule will start to begin to get a little bit tougher, so we'll know more about the Irish, but right now they are undefeated. And McAllister, no issues with Tulsa East Central. All right, it is time to debut the Class 5A rankings here for Week 7. I can tell you the top 5 has not changed, but there are some changes, 6 through 10. Actually, I think there's only one change, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Here are the Class 5A rankings. It is Carl Albert Titans, number 1. They have the state's longest current win streak, and as they go for state championship, number 4. Del City Eagles, they have been impressive outside that one game with Edmond Memorial, but a lot of teams on the screen right here would lose to Edmond Memorial. Number 3, Pryor, very impressive outing again. Their quarterback continues to get a lot of points on the board for the Tigers. Bishop McGuinness stays at number 4. And Guthrie, outside that total loss to begin the season, has really been impressive as we await the matchup with Altus and Carl Albert, 2 toughest games remaining on the Blue Jay schedule. Coweta undefeated, and they continue to run the football well. They will be a tough out in the playoffs. Number 7, Lawton MacArthur, athletes all over the place for Coach Manning. They stay steady at number 7. Collinsville at number 8 with that victory over Tahlequah. Newcastle, I believe they were idled this past week at number 9. They have one of the toughest schedules out there. And for the first time in the top 10 rankings, we welcome the Altus Bulldogs, undefeated on the season. A couple weeks ago, I was really trying to find Altus or Shawnee to get in the top 10. Couldn't get them there, but this is the week that we begin with Altus. And you look at the Bulldogs, they will be undefeated going into Guthrie, week 8 of the football season. The Blue Jays will have an undefeated season. Guthrie's got Western Heights this week, and then Altus and Carl Albert back-to-back weeks. So we'll see how 5A2 runs out with the top 3 spots. I really think it's Altus, Carl Albert, and Guthrie fighting for those top 3 spots. And then El Reno Noble fighting perhaps for that number 4 and for that 4 spot. Lawton might have a say as well. So those are the new top 10 rankings for this week. As we take a look at some of the games this coming week here in Class 5A, Midwest City is at MacArthur. Shawnee visits Durant. Altus at Noble, Duncan at Bishop McGuinness, McAllister visits Bishop Kelly, Lawton at El Reno, East Central at Booker T, Claremore at Collinsville. That game will be interesting to watch. Claremore out of the top 10 rankings this week with that loss to Pryor. We'll see. I certainly think if Claremore gets a victory over Collinsville, they'll be back in the top 10. Classon's at Newcastle. It is Guthrie at Western Heights. A lot of these games are on Thursday night. It is fall break this week. Tulsa Hill at Pryor. Carl Everett visits John Marshall. And Coweta at Edison Prep. That is your 5A schedule going into week 7 of the football season. A reminder, we're going to be talking about some of the games last week and this coming week on the High School Huddle on our Wednesday night show. It's live starting at 6 o'clock. Ronnie and Phil join me. We're going to talk about this and a whole lot more, so please join us for that show. Also, we're on all the social media, the TikToks, the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Instagram. We please ask that you subscribe to all those and keep up with us here on the High School Huddle. That'll do it here. Best of luck to your football team this week, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday night for the High School Huddle at 6 o'clock. So long.